Hi, I'm Logan T. Smith for Opinions Subject to Change, and today I'm going to talk about Disney's Mulan from 2020. But first, this video is not sponsored by Cineplex gift cards. Please buy our delivery popcorn. Please. Mulan is a woman in ancient China striving to bring honor to her family while remaining true to her own character. Mulan is gifted with a strong qi, and in this film, qi seems to enable the user with many great powers, including incredible feats of strength, agility, possession, and even transformation. And the qi is associated with being a warrior, but it's culturally unacceptable for girls and women to use qi or become warriors. So Mulan doesn't fit in her place in the little village that she grows up in. The set here feels a little bit confined. The town seems a little bit small, but it looks great. And that's consistent throughout the film. The sets are very good. The costumes also are vibrant and, to me, look good. I don't know if they're true to the time frame that it's supposed to be taking place in, but they look very good. So China falls under attack, and Mulan chooses to disguise herself as a man and take her father's place in the army. And hijinks ensue. Not. They don't. There's very little humor in this movie, and what there is falls pretty flat. There's many opportunities. The film seems to set up a bunch of jokes, but just never get there. They don't finish the jokes at all. They just kind of lead you up the hill and then stop. I think that the filmmakers were trying to make a very serious tone and didn't want these jokes to distract from the overall mood of the film. I think this was a mistake. If you watch a different film like The Lord of the Rings, that's a pretty serious film. And it has lots of small, dry jokes throughout. Not in the most serious moments, but in many of the serious, intense moments, there are humorous bits. And I don't feel that they distract from the tone or feeling of the movie. And so I think in Mulan, they probably could have had more of these humorous moments and still not really distracted from the tone. The real problem with Mulan, though, is some character continuity issues. For example, at the beginning of the film, we see Mulan as a child, and she's chasing a chicken through the village. She's playful and mischievous, and if you don't like Mulan this way, don't worry about it. You're never going to see her this way again. She's just not like that again. And that would be fine, I suppose, because we see Mulan as a child, and then we zip forward a number of years. Now she's grown up more, and her life is different, and she's a soldier, and so she's going to behave differently, and that's fine. The issue, though, is that there's this theme of being true to yourself, true to who you are. And it seems weird that they would never try to bring back the characteristics as Mulan as the child, which is what we were sort of led to believe was her true character. And so to set up this, you need to be true to yourself and yet never have Mulan revisit that character that we were led to believe was her true self. Seems like a very strange choice. The most egregious issue, though, comes at the climax, where one of the characters seems to forget all the skills they've displayed throughout the movie to lead to a moment that feels contrived to try to bring about a certain emotional point, which for me brought rolling eyes rather than watering ones. It was just a bizarre choice to me. The ending also feels sort of dragged out. I think they could have ended this much quicker, resolved all the same things that they did end up resolving, and left you feeling a little bit more off the high of the climax still, rather than easing you way down into no feeling left before the credits roll. They seem to choose to bring up a bunch of sort of the unresolved little secondary stories, and then they don't resolve them. It seems odd that they would do that. I think it would have been better for them to just leave these parts out entirely. It leaves me wondering who this film is for. I think that children would be more forgiving of the character inconsistencies, but the serious tone and significant violence throughout the film suggests that's really not who Disney was looking to get here. Especially, I mean, it's a PG-13 movie, so they're obviously not looking for little kids. But then it leaves a vanishingly small audience of people that are old enough to tolerate the violence and understand the serious tones and messages of the film, but not notice the serious lapses of judgment that the characters make. I just don't think there's very many people that will fit in that very narrow space. So I give this film a 4 out of 10. Don't bother with it. Thanks.